Hi again, everyone. I'm olliemathews, and this is Societal Narcissism. And this video is sponsored by contribution from Jennifer. And Jennifer sent in just a general contribution to support the channel. So I'll be using those to do political videos, things that I've spoken about in the past relate to societal narcissism. Right now, those of you may or may not know, there is a hearing going on in Congress holding all the old executives of Twitter accountable to find out why they suppressed the Hunter Biden laptop, their shadow banning. So there's been, obviously, the Democrats all try to protect them. The Republicans are all going after them. But one questioner in particular, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who was kicked off all her committees, her first go around, is now on this committee, who was banned from Twitter, given a permanent ban in 2021 for misinformation, revolving around, the sniffles. But it was serious and real, and a pandemic, and vaccines save everybody. And whatever the CDC says, that's cool, okay? Just reporting on what's going on here. Because there's two things going on here. She talks about why she got suspended. She's now unsuspended, obviously, having to do with COVID. So there's stuff in there. I'm not saying I agree with what she's saying or not, okay? I'm not. Whatever YouTube says and the CDC say, that's not the overall theme of the most important thing that came out of her questioning. And it's not even questioning, because she said, you took my speech, I'm taking your speech. And this is exactly how Republicans need to fight. This is how Gen X takes the reins, because she is a Gen Xer. And she is hated. There's something I've been telling you about, and it's been out there, and it's been talked about, and it's been called another one of these conspiracy theories. Okay. It involves the alphabet people and the G word, the groomer word, of how these people control. And understand, these are the people who are censoring. These are the people who are writing the algorithms. They're the ones doing the banning and the shadow banning. And you're going to see what their agenda is really about.
Much. Chair recognizes Ms. Green for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Baker, Ms. Gaddy, Mr. Roth, and Ms. Navaroli. You can consider your speech canceled during my time because you canceled mine. You see, you permanently banned my personal Twitter account, and it was my campaign account also. So let's talk about election interference, shall we? January 2nd, 2002, you permanently banned my Twitter account. This was the account that I would put my campaign ads on, raise money on, fight back when attacked with lies, and be able to talk to my voters in my district. But you banned it. And then let me explain. My account was not reinstated until November 21st, 2022. That was after my election on November 8th. At your company, or your former company where you worked, Twitter employees, over 98% of them donate to Democrats. So while you coordinated with DHS,
98% of Twitter. It's like that in all the social media platforms: YouTube, Google, Facebook, TikTok, Twitch. Doesn't matter. TikTok's Chinese, but none of them are voting. None of them are voting conservative. This is what you're up against.
FBI, the CIA, our government, and outside groups to permanently shadow ban conservative Americans and candidates like me and the former president of the United States, President Donald J. Trump. You were censoring and wrongfully violating our First Amendment free speech rights. Guess what? None of you hold security clearances. None of you are elected, and none of you represent 750,000 people like I do. Let's explain. 52 United States Law 10101. No person shall intimidate, threaten, coerce, or attempt to stop any other person for the purpose of interfering with their rights to vote or to vote as he may choose. You didn't shadow ban or permanently ban my Democrat opponent. No, you did that to me. And that was wrong, and it was against the law. You see, not only that.
And we'll see if anything ever gets done about it, because it's not. It is against it. I think it is against the law. Good luck getting this Department of Justice to do anything, because they're completely corrupted. They say TikTok is a Chinese spy app. These, whether it's YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, they're all run by U.S. intelligence agencies. Are we any better? Probably not. No, we know we're not. Because there's things that are allowed on Twitter, or that were allowed on Twitter, that sure as shit isn't allowed on TikTok.
Was it me that you violated my First Amendment rights? You violated countless conservative Americans.
Or it's probably allowed on TikTok because it's the American version. But I promise you, it isn't allowed on the Chinese version of TikTok. That's for damn sure. That's just for us dumb Americans.
These were doctors that were trying to tell the truth about COVID. Doctors that were having success treating people with ivermectin that you all would not allow to be talked about on your platform. These were parents complaining about their school boards, teaching gender lies in their schools, biological males entering their daughters' bathrooms and sports. These were also people questioning the 2020 election, and guess what? That's Americans' First Amendment right. These were people talking about voting machines. You know what? Democrats did that in 2019.
The 2020 election was the fairest election ever had on the face of the earth. There was nothing wrong. Joe Biden won had 81 million votes. He won. That's what happened in the 2020 election. I am not agreeing with Marjorie Taylor Greene. I am just watching this as an observer. That is all. It still doesn't mean that she should have been banned and people should be censored and shadow banned. The 2020 election was the fairest election ever. Thank you.
Before the 2020 election. On Twitter, people could question elections such as 2016, saying Hillary won, but in 2020, no one could question elections saying Trump won. You abuse the power of a large corporation, big tech, to censor Americans. And you want to know something? Guess what? I'm so glad that you're censored down. I'm so glad you've lost your jobs. Thank God Elon Musk bought Twitter. And you know what? Let's talk about something a little bit further.
Now we're going to get into who these people really are, or who the head of trust and safety really is. That issue that I said, this is how they control each other. They're degenerates. And some of you probably already know where this is going.
It's amazing to me, Mr. Roth, as the head and trust of safety at Twitter, your ability, or should I say inability, to remove child porn. Now here's something that disgusts me about you. In your doctoral dissertation...
That is exactly how you got to talk to him. Disgusts me about you.
Entitled Gay Data, you argued that minors should have access to Grindr.
Let's just back that up for a second so we get the full effect, shall we?
Now here's something that disgusts me about you. In your doctoral dissertation entitled Gay Data, you...
At Penn University, an Ivy League school, mind you. That was still available up until today, and they're trying to get it off the internet now. So it was an accepted dissertation from Penn University. One of those prestigious Ivy League universities.
You argued that minors should have access to Grindr, an adult male gay hookup app. Minors? Really?
Really? Yeah, really. Because that's who they are. That's who they are. I keep telling you, this is how they control each other. This is what they're into. This is a bartering chip. Epstein killed himself, though. You know, they put Maxwell in prison, you know, for trafficking, but you don't know one person. You don't know one person that any of these girls were trafficked to. Weird. Totally on the up and up, though. And then you find out this is what the head of trust and safety at Twitter is writing in his Ivy League dissertation. Minors should be able to join Grindr, a gay hookup app. Really? Yeah, really. These are the people who are making the decisions. These are the people who are writing the code and the algorithms.
You know, Elon Musk took over Twitter and he banned 44,000 accounts that were promoting child porn. You permanently banned my Twitter account, but you allowed child porn all over Twitter.
That's a good point, no matter how you slice it. 44,000. Okay, when did Musk take over? And he took them out quick. So they're not hiding, and they were readily available, and it was all over the place. They couldn't find 44. They couldn't find them, or they didn't want to find them.
Twitter had become a platform, you said, connecting queer young adults. You also wrote on Twitter in 2010, can high school students ever meaningfully consent to sex with their teachers?
Wow. Wrote that in what, 2010? And what do we got going on now in these Told you this is what it was about. I told you these are the people that are in charge. Scary.
In 2021, while you were the director of trust and safety on Twitter, an underage boy and his mother announced a lawsuit against Twitter because Twitter was benefiting from and refused to remove a lewd video featuring this boy and another minor. That is repulsive. But you violated me. What were my tweets? Okay, let's talk about them.
Refused. They had it. It was obvious, and I didn't know the case. It's out there. Okay. It's obvious. I think the kid was 13 years old. The other one was like 15. They wouldn't do anything. They knew about it. They had to sued over it. They wouldn't do anything about it. They wanted to shove it in your face. They never thought they would be bought. They never saw Elon Musk. They didn't see it coming. And they were just so arrogant and so comfortable doing what they were doing. The problem is they passed the point of no return. They can't pull back these worldsters. They can't pull back these purple-haired lunatics in the schools trying to will convert your children. It's gone. So they got to go for broke, with or without Twitter.
I was talking about the deaths being reported on VAERS. By the way, that's on the CDC website. I was also saying that I didn't think any entity should enforce a non-FDA approved vaccine or mask. Guess what? A lot of people agreed with me, but you called that COVID misinformation. By the way, I'm a member of Congress and you're not. I also said the controversial COVID-19 vaccines should not be forced on our military. You want to know something? Republicans stopped that in the NDAA.
Ladies, time has expired.
And your time has expired. I yield back. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Chair recognizes Mr. Gomez.
Bye. That's how you have to handle that. I might be doing another video on Lauren Boeberts, because she was, before I started this, she was blowing up this committee too. So I told you these degenerates are everywhere. They're in your institutions, and this has been the plan. This has been the Marxist communist plan to take down the core of what this country was founded on and what our morals have been, and tried to turn it into something that we're the perverted ones, that there's something wrong with us. 44,000 accounts promoting child porn. Weird that the head of trust and safety didn't want to do anything about it, except that he wrote in his Ivy League dissertation at Penn that minors should be able to join Grindr, and should underage students be able to date their teachers. I could lead you to the water, can't make you drink it. So, thank you to Jennifer for the contribution. I really appreciate it. And thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, something you'd like me to expose, you'd like to set up a Skype phone call, have a private video made, you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with either the Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, or email links in the description box below. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been Societal Narcissism. Take care, everyone.